Welcome to Megan and Fitness, and today we're going to talk about how you can make the best workout plan for you. It's a great question that I get all the time, and I often get asked what's the greatest or the best workout. Well, that answer is really simple, and keep watching because I'm going to give you some great tips on what to do to make your workout plan the best one. So the first tip is the best plan that you can have is one that you're going to stick to. It's as simple as that. It all comes down to your goals. Why are you doing it? So what are you doing? Why are you doing it? And how long are you going to be doing it for? So first tip, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. So it should be challenging enough that you're getting something hard, you're breaking a sweat, you're putting forth effort, you can't carry a conversation through it, you're, quite difficult. I'm not saying putting in 100% every day because putting in 100% every day is an unrealistic expectation, but I'm saying do harder days, lighter days, medium days. The next tip is take rest days seriously. Rest days are different for everyone. I know I have clients that I personal train that they're different. I have athletes, I have different training levels that I deal with, and I have lifters that have to take full rest days because their work overload, their progressive overload is so high, they have to rest those muscles. But I have other clients that they take active rest days or they stretch on their rest days. But the most important part is that you actually do take them seriously and take that time off. So yes, you are working really hard on those days you're working out, but you're also taking those rest days. Make your workouts enjoyable. No one wants to work out if it's something they dread every single day. I don't even want to work out if it's something I hate. Who wants to do that? No one has time for that, right? So pick a favorite song, go with a friend, get hyped up before you work out, make it enjoyable, right? Life's too short. Stick to a schedule, but be a little flexible at the same time, especially right now when gyms are opening up and some gyms have time restrictions. You might have to, be a little flexible with that. And people might, be using your weights or be using your equipment. And so you maybe come up with another plan. So for example, if I want a bench press machine and that's not available, well, maybe I need to go and do a bench press dumbbells. And if the dumbbells aren't available, maybe I need to go do the chest flies. So you just have to be available for it. Make sure that you warm up and that you cool down. I cannot stress this enough. This is a constant theme that I'm going to talk about in all my videos. As a strength and conditioning coach, as a personal trainer, as someone who has trained college athletes, professional athletes, who has trained just regular people, who has trained so many different things, so many different people, it is so important to warm up and cool down, especially when it comes to injury prevention. And who wants to be injured, right? I like to use this analogy. It's the rubber band analogy. You take a rubber band and you put it in the freezer, and then you take it out and you use the rubber band. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna snap. But if you take the rubber band and you warm it up with your hands and you rub it with your hands a little bit, and then you start using it, it turns back into a normal rubber band and you can use it. And it has its elasticity back. Well, that's kind of what your muscles do. So you have to warm them up a little bit and then you can use them again. It doesn't hurt them. And vice versa. Think about taking a really warm engine and then putting it out into the cold. That's not very good for it either. So warm up and cool down. Great for injury prevention. Make sure that your workout plan fits you and fits your goals. Do not follow someone else's plan just because it's worked out for them. I see a lot of people on this, I'm not knocking it, but I kind of am at the same time, especially people on Instagram, on YouTube. They'll see this amazing person like Lucy over here. She did 100 squats and she rocked the squats. She did phenomenal and she has a great booty. So I'm gonna do 100 squats and I'm expecting to get the same booty that Lucy over here has. Well, there's so much more that comes into play, like how well did she eat? Is there a progressive overload? There's like so much that comes into play, not the fact that she just did 100 squats. So I want you to keep that in mind when you're coming up with your training program, that it's not just what they're doing. So you can take some of their like ideas and adapt it to your specific training goals. Also, with that said, I think it's really important for you to understand basic principles. For example, like if you want to lose weight and lose fat, you want to be in a caloric deficit, meaning that you are burning more calories than you're taking into your body, meaning that you're burning more calories than you're eating. Okay, so you work out, eat less. Simple as that. My next tip is it's so important to stay accountable. I know this, and I see this common theme with clients, athletes, you name it. Even in myself, it's so important to be accountable to someone. Have that buddy, have that coach, have that coach, have that buddy, someone, a system that friend that keeps you accountable and helps you stay on track, even if it's yourself. But having that plan, I also like to use the shopping list analogy for this one. Every single time I go into the grocery store and I don't have a list, but I have a ton of things I want to make at home, I go in and I come out with all of these things that I did not need to buy at the grocery store. And I come out with things that I totally forgot to buy in the grocery store. And that's what happens usually at the gym. If you don't have a plan, you're gonna go in doing some things that you weren't planning on doing, which is great sometimes, but you're also gonna forget some fundamental things that you needed to do when you were there. So it's important to always have a plan. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe button. A lot of videos to come. I'm really excited to share this with you. This is a new adventure. I'm trying out YouTube, and I'm really happy to be here. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram at Megan Ann Fitness. I post there usually every day fitness tips and workouts and my meals and just a lot more things. I'm trying to become more active on YouTube as I get to learn and know YouTube. I'm really enjoying it. It's awesome. I would love to hear from you guys, actually. I'd love to hear what helps keep you on track with your programs and what helps you with your workout success. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe and click that like button for me.